welcome to Boomtown, one of the great highlights of the Western Development Museum here in Saskatoon. It's designed to be just like your average main street at any town in Saskatchewan in 1910. Has everything that your 1910 Saskatchewan townsperson needs, from the barbershop to the bank. It's a great place to explore. We're happy you're here with us today and hope you'll come visit us in person soon.
Originally, the museum was on 11th Street, and it was actually housed in aircraft hangars that were used during World War II throughout Saskatchewan to train airmen for the World War II effort. But we've been here basically since 1972. A lot of the buildings that you see on Boomtown Street are replicas, and they were built by our volunteers. And that's one thing the Western Development Museum has always had, a very strong volunteer component to it. And even today we have something like 500 volunteers who are associated with the museum. The only artifact on Boomtown Street is the church, which was brought in from young Saskatchewan. Interesting thing about the recreation of those buildings too, for example, the schoolhouse, they used actual plans that were used throughout Saskatchewan to build schoolhouses.
So here we have our 1936 Pierce Arrow limousine. It was found in a field near Havlet, Saskatchewan, and was later acquired by an automobile collector in Swift Current. The museum acquired it in 1956. It was found with armored doors, with a price tag of $5,000, which is roughly the equivalent of $90,000 today. During Prohibition and the Dirty 30s, you can imagine what it was used for.
The museum has grown quite a bit. For example, this is a newer addition to the museum. So it provides another attraction. And then in 2005, of course, we built Winning the Prairie Gamble. That's our newest exhibit. So that's kind of neat too, to see Boomtown, which is our original exhibit, and then to move into the car gallery here, and then to go over and see the most recent exhibit, and just the different ways of interpretation that occur in the heritage area.
We always try to have a little bit of value added, a little extra for our visitors. You actually get to experience things like take a photo in the photo studio wearing period clothing. The Boomtown Cafe is really great because it's nostalgic for a lot of people, but it also kind of gives you that rural Saskatchewan experience, the kind of comfort foods that a lot of people in Saskatchewan enjoy. We really like to try and find new ways to engage visitors. We want an opportunity for people to maybe see something new that they hadn't seen before.
The museum is actually always changing. We get a lot of people who come here. I say, yeah, I was here in grade 4, been there, done that, don't really need to go back. And then they'll come back with their grade 4 kids and they'll say, oh, I didn't know that this changed. I didn't know that this was new. Oh, this is cool, I don't remember that. So in some cases, we actually have the children of children's children that are coming here to take in the museum and all it has to offer.
Grandparents want to share things with their grandchildren, and they can actually point to things in the galleries to explain their point and tell their stories.
We have, just behind me here, we have a number of displays that have been put together relating to Saskatchewan innovation in technology. And one of the exhibits is the cobalt bomb, which is it's a radiation machine used to treat people with cancer. I swear we had over 100 people who showed up for the opening of this exhibit. And what we soon realized was most of these people had a relative that actually underwent treatment with the cobalt bomb, and in a lot of cases survived the cancer that normally would have taken them out. So some of our newer exhibits prompt discussion, and bring back memories and attract people to come to the museum to just check it out.
So here we are in our agricultural machinery exhibit, where we house machinery and farming implements from the turn of the century all the way up to the 1940s when they started collecting them. The government started a drive to collect unused and abandoned farming machinery for the war effort. Now, here is an example of one of these fine machines that we have in our collection, our 1912 Hart-Parr kerosene tractor, one of 3 in the world.
We're really excited that we do offer educational programming for all ages. So we have everything from programs for preschoolers through high school, university, and we also have some senior learning programs as well. We use the school provincial curriculum as a guiding post to make sure that everything we're offering is as important and impactful for students as possible. Through the corporate office, we offer lots of really cool adult education courses that are hands-on and are more like heritage skills. Things like blacksmithing or wheelwrighting. You can always check out on our website. We have a whole section of adult courses, and we're hoping to expand into more.
So by the turn of the century, the Prairies started to change, and so did the look of the houses. The Thomas Eaton Company bursted onto the scene out of Winnipeg. They offered different home options, their Earlsfield being the most popular. They came in packages with lumber, nails, windows, doors, everything you required to build a house except the contractor. By the 1930s, things started to change. So as the 1930s rolled in, so did the dust. Things became a lot more difficult to maintain. Crops were not as bountiful, and people were relying on government assistance. As you can see from our example here, it really shows the hardships that they endured.
The overall goal of the museum is to tell the collective stories of the people of Saskatchewan. There's so much to learn from our past that we can apply to the future.
It's histories that matter, and we want to explore and highlight all of those. Being able to take all of the historical topics that we touch on here, making them accessible within our communities and to visitors is really important for me. Our vision statement is a Saskatchewan where everyone belongs and histories matter.
If you have program ideas that you'd like to see on maxTV Local, email us at max.local@sasktel.com.